Welcome to this video tutorial on how to integrate your autoresponder account to your Squeeze page. So the first thing you do rather in integrating your autoresponder account to your Squeeze page is first to log into your WordPress website. So I'm currently logged into my WordPress website. You can see the dashboard. So you click on the pages. It's loading now. So um, now it's done loading. So these are all the funnels for the CBS bonus Mr. Effiong promised giving out to you guys. So these are the funnels. For the sake of this video tutorial, I'm going to concentrate more on the erectile dysfunction funnels. So I'll click on the Squeeze page now for erectile dysfunction. So I'm going to click edit with Thrive Architect. Now it's loading, so wait for it to finish loading. So it's done loading, and this is our Squeeze page. This is the opt-in form. That is where subscribers will put their name and their email address, and then the directory is sent straight to your autoresponder account. So what we want to do is that we want to link our autoresponder account to this form, so that when subscribers come here and then they input their name and their email address or whatever it is that we are going to be requiring from them on this form, it will be sent straight to the database of our autoresponder account. So for this tutorial, I'm going to be using MailChimp, email marketing platform. MailChimp is the email marketing platform I'll be using. There are other platforms like GetResponse, Aweber, ActiveCampaign, and they follow the same pattern. So I'm going to use MailChimp for this tutorial. So the first thing you do is to you go back to your dashboard, and then you scroll down to this part of your dashboard, and then you click on Thrive dashboard. You can see that you just click on Thrive dashboard. So after clicking on Thrive dashboard, you scroll down and then you come to this part API connections, and then you click on manage API connections, manage connections rather. So you wait for it to load. Okay, so from my dashboard, from my screen rather, you can see that I already have GetResponse connected, because I've used GetResponse before in the past. So what I want to do now is I want to connect MailChimp to my Thrive team account. I want to connect MailChimp to the Thrive dashboard. So what I do now is I'll click on add new connection, and then I'll select from the list of email marketing platforms you already have here. You can see the first one here is ActiveCampaign. They have Outreach. There is Aweber. So I'll scroll down and then look for MailChimp. Okay, there it is. This is MailChimp. So I'll click on MailChimp, and you see now the next phase is they're asking now for an API key. So I'll need to go to my MailChimp account rather, and create an API key. Then create an API key there, and then I'll bring it down to this place and paste it here. So what I'll need to do now is to log into my MailChimp account, and then get my API key and bring it back to this place, so I can connect my MailChimp account to Thrive team. So I'm already logged into my MailChimp account. This is my MailChimp dashboard. So I'll come over to this side because I'm using MailChimp now. I think for the other email marketing platforms, the difference is not actually much. It's just you just go, log into the account, and then you look for where they have API key. That's just it. So for MailChimp rather, I'll come over to this side where you have account, and then I'll click on it, allow it to load. Okay, so now it's done loading. Then I come to this part extras, and then I click on the drop down, and then I'll come over to API keys and click on API keys, then allow it to load again. Okay, so now it's done loading. So I'll scroll down. I've already created two API keys before on this account. So what I'll do is I'll click here to create a new API key. So I'll click on this part, create a key. Okay, so now I've been able to create my API key successfully. So I'll come over to this part and then I'll copy this key. I'll copy it and then I'll take it back to my Thrive dashboard and paste it there. So I'll just take it back to the Thrive dashboard. Okay, see it here, and then I'll come over to this part and paste my API key there, and then I'll click on connect. You don't need to bother about this other two columns. That's the Mandrill approved email address and Mandrill API key. This first one is enough for you to connect your email marketing platform to your Thrive dashboard. So if you've copied your API key and then you've pasted it here, the next step is to just come over to this place and then you click for it to connect. So you allow it to load. Okay, it's done connecting, so I'll click on done. So we've been able to connect our MailChimp account successfully to Thrive team. So the next thing now is to go back to where you have your squeeze page. Okay, this is it. So this is my opt-in form rather. So I'll click on the opt-in form and then I'll come over to connect form to service. So now you can see that we have get response and then we also have MailChimp. Formerly when I went to the Thrive dashboard, all we had then was just get response. Why? Because I had not connected MailChimp to my Thrive dashboard. So after connecting it by using the API key, we now have both get response and MailChimp. So I'm using MailChimp, so I'm going to click now on MailChimp and then I'll wait for it to load, and the next thing is to select which lists I want to connect to my opt-in form. What this place actually means is that when subscribers subscribe to your opt-in form, which list do they go to? So before you get to this stage, it is expected that you must have created a list already in your email marketing platform. Whatever email marketing platform you're using, you must have created a list. I think some platforms call their own contacts, so you must have created a new contact. But for MailChimp, I think for MailChimp it's list. So you create a list. On get response they call it contact. So you create a contact, you give it a name. So when you give it a name, you come here and then assign your opt-in form to that particular list. So since this squeeze page is for erectile dysfunction, I'll come here and then assign this list, this one, good sexual health guide, because it's something, it relates to to erectile dysfunction. So I'm going to click on this list for my subscribers to be sent to this list. Then I'll scroll down and click on continue. You can leave this other two side the way it is, leave it at the default level. So I click on continue and then you come over to the next page rather, and then it's going to ask you you see the form feed. The first one is for emails and then the second one rather is for name. So for me, I prefer just email and phone numbers. I don't really collect the name of my subscribers. I'm okay with just their email and phone numbers because it's basically the two things I need to follow them up. So I've taken out the name and then I replaced it with phone numbers. So you tick on this checkbox to make it required, and then you move over to the next phase. Okay, so this is the last stage of the integration process. So it's going to give you three options. Is that you leave it on reload page, or you leave it on this option redirect to custom URL, or you leave it on this option show success and notification. So this is what the three options, and this is what they mean. The first one, reload page, means after your subscribers, they've imputed their name and maybe their email address, or their email address and their phone number, what happens next? So if you leave it on reload page, that particular page is going to reload. It's going to reload for them. So then that's what happens if you leave it on reload page. Then if you leave it on redirect to custom URL, it's going to ask you to put a web page here, a web address here rather. So when you put a web address here and save, after your subscribers are done filling into your opt-in form, they are now sent direct to that web address that you've imputed here. So that is what happens for this option. And then on this last option for show success notification, you put a success message here. So that's like a message they will see when they are done filling into your opt-in form. So you could have something like, say, thank you for thank you maybe you have something like, say if you're giving out a bonus, you could have something like, thank you, your bonus has been sent to your email address, something like that. You could have something like that here. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to go with this second option, redirect to custom URL. So the next thing I'll do now is to get my get a web address, and then I'll put it here. I'll get a web address where I want to send my subscribers to, and then I'll input it here. So I already have my web address, so I'll just paste it here, and then I'll click for it to save. Okay, so now that we've saved it, that's everything for integrating your autoresponder account to your Squeeze page. Thank you for watching this video tutorial. I'll see you guys on the next